Are you bilingual? Are you somebody who gets how to speak not only in a language like English, but maybe even Spanish as well? But say you're having a meeting with somebody else and that person's talking in English and you'd really like to look at the transcription in your native tongue. Well, lucky for you, here at Tactiq, you can actually transcribe the language that you'd like to be written in rather than the language it was spoken. So for example, I'm talking in English. This could be transcribed in Spanish. How? I'll show you how in Tactiq. So my name is Dimitri, and I really like the fact that this is transcribing in English because I'm an English speaker, but I can change this to not only transcribe in the language that I want as in English, but if somebody else would want to do it in Spanish and Espanol. So obviously I said Espanol, and it's funny because they kind of changed in that way. But so say you're having a meeting in English. That'd be awesome. But what if I'm somebody who's bilingual? For example, I can speak a little Spanish, I can speak more German, but say it was in Spanish. No hablo español over here. I'm just gonna read a section of something in Spanish. So I'm basically gonna talk about something that maybe could happen here, and I'll pop right back when the transcription pops up. Entonces yo creo esto también, ¿verdad? Así que creo que uno basado en esa convención de nomenclatura, no uso el correo electrónico gratuito y luego copio todo el camino antes del punto PDF allí. Entonces, este es el título. Muy bien, tipo de contenido. Now this was in Spanish, all right? But we just take a moment here, close out this meeting, and you'll see that everything I just said, which was previously in Spanish, is now in English. I was essentially reading an old transcript where somebody was having a conversation with me about whether they did something right or not in a process at work. And it essentially just grabbed it and changed it into English, even though that was in Spanish, what I said, which is pretty dang cool. I mean, this is some wicked stuff. And you can do this with all sorts of different languages. It doesn't have to just be Spanish. It could be German. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. So, and you can do this in any direction, whether it be English for if people speak in English, or if select the language people use in the meeting. So for example, they could be speaking Spanish, German, whatever it is. If I pick German here, spreche mich ein bisschen Deutsch. Ich finde dieses Applikation sehr gut. Jawohl. And then afterwards, you can have that same experience of enjoying the amazing transcription going the other direction by going back into English. So if you want to transcribe your meeting in English, French, Spanish, whatever you want to, make sure to change that setting in Tactiq and experience your transcription notes in whatever language you want today.